We're back into action. There's a couple of stragglers out there pulled off the side of the track from the warm-up lap, and maybe a couple there that didn't even get started off there. I don't know how much wet weather conditions play in the terms of performance of these bikes, but right now on the grid there, it should be, if it's according to my screen, Poppy Wilkins there on 285 on pole position. Jack Inwood next to him, but I can actually tell you that it's Jack Inwood there on pole position at the moment. So whether Poppy's not there, can't read number 2's number. 45 is in third place. 45 in third place. 46 is in second place. So that's we're missing Poppy Wilkins off pole position there. So that's Jack Inwood, Finn Terry, Jordan Moore, and Byron Hurren there. 4 across the front row of the grid. It was 5 yesterday, but the MNZ rules state it must be 4. So we've got 3 guys there, or girls, still trying to finish their warm-up lap, but got problems with bikes still starting. The red flag guy's going through the middle. Don't know what he's trying to do. It might be altering grid positions. This is, of course, Group A2, brought to you by Fuller Tools, courtesy of Mitre 10. I believe there are some Fuller Tools available, or will be given as prizes, amongst other things this afternoon. There's quite a range of prizes there and a good range of sponsors as well. The race is underway. There's still a few people paddling with their feet, and a number of riders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that haven't made it off the start line properly, and another one stalling just down the way there, but they're underway. And a large group of people, they're off like a herd of turtles, I think is the term I was thinking about yesterday when I was watching this. Well, that's pretty tight. Usually by this time there's somebody who's got away in the front. And I'm interested in the last race. I think looking at the lap times, we added 5 seconds a lap to the yesterday's dry weather lap times. Not much time to actually get round and sort out your adhesion levels there and how good the track surface is with one warm-up lap. But we're not playing for sheep stations, as Graham Crosby, one of our world champion, Formula 1 champion motorcyclist, says. But in saying that, it's still racing and everyone wants to get out there and do well. There's a good change of position there for the lead going in. In fact, is that but Jack Inwood there, I think it was Jack Inwood, went off on pole position with the absence of... no, they've gone off my screen, can't even remember that name. So good dice out there for the front, whoever it was in second place. And it's either Finn Terry or Jordan Moore, 45 or 46, came back more than once. And they're coming onto the front straight now. Mitre 10 in town here is sponsoring this class. As I mentioned, the white flag comes out, and it is still Jack Inwood coming down the front straight. But yeah, no, this is going to be a photo finish for, well, not finish, but look at what we've got. We've got a gap of 23 thousandths of a second between first and second as Finn Terry shows us how much quicker his bike is. Look, man, he's got about... here's a different thing for commentating. I'm normally used to saying there's about 7 or 8 bike links in there, but because the bikes are small, it's probably 14 or 15. I haven't sort of adjusted my commentating skills to allow for the fact that these bikes are about as big as some wheels on our larger super bikes and all that. Not taking the piss out of it, I'm really having a good time doing this, but that's how it is. But certainly Finn Terry's bike is a cut above everything else in terms of his distance he's going there. And this will be his first race we had of the weekend, the meeting I should say, has been red flagged. We've still had 2 races yesterday, and it was number 387 that took both wins. So it's not maybe going to be the same today because, of course, Jack Inwood is on the 387 bike, but he's back there in 3rd place at the moment. I can tell you 3rd place for Jack Inwood. We're going to come across lappers almost towards the start-finish line. If the lead bike gets in front of them before the finish, as it's not going to happen, those guys will have to finish their race, but meanwhile they'll have to do another lap. So there's the checkered flag out for Finn Terry, a 1:24.202. So I'm just going to write down that lap time. Interesting, yesterday we had our first race. For some reason, I can't explain this one. The fastest lap was a 1:22.4. Then it dropped way down to a 1:17.3. Now, there's a number of riders up there. It wasn't like somebody was head and shoulders. So how it dropped 5 seconds whereas the other classes didn't have that same sort of change. I don't know. Maybe everyone had flat tyres for the first race and then pumped them up properly. But we're back up to 124s, and that's just a reflection of the wet conditions. So right now, after 2 second places this yesterday, Finn Terry has now managed to do a win. George Vanell's there in second place on the 49 machine with Jack Goodwood on 387. And Jack had 2 wins yesterday and has now got a third. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to